Welcome to One Life Dayz. In this series, I get one life and it's over. I've chosen a low to medium pop server and I hope to survive for a long time. Most importantly, I hope this series makes your day a little bit better. Through each episode, I'll ask questions and start conversations, and I'll read and respond to all of your comments in the next episode. I hope to get to know you better, and I hope to live a long Dayz life. But this is Dayz, and your lights can go out anytime. Grenade.
Joy.
Welcome back to our One Life series. We've survived 1 hour, 28 minutes. Not a ton of survival time, but this is how we roll. We're on a medium pop server. If you want to see this series from the start, click the link in the description below. And a lot of this series, it's not about fast-paced PvP action. It's really about watching someone survive while we have fun conversations in the comments. I always read your comments back. In the last episode, let me tell you what, you guys lit me up in the comments over the ramen noodles, the cup of noodles. Tough decisions to make here. Hunter's Pants, the Blaze. For those of you who've stuck with this series, I really appreciate it. The series has gotten a good following. And 2 out of the 3 previous episodes, I was sick as a dog. Sounded like crap, and you still listen to me. That's amazing. I really appreciate it. That's what brought up the cup of noodles. But before I read your comments, I want to bring up a different controversial topic regarding food. Pizza. Specifically, pineapple on pizza. Does it belong? I'm checking the map right here, I think. And ranch. Do you dip it in ranch? And what spurred this question on is I think it was like a YouTube short or something, where someone like just pinched between their pointer finger and thumb a slice of like New York style pizza, thin pizza. And then they had like a bucket and they dipped the whole entire thing in ranch and pulled it up, and the whole slice was white, like covered in ranch. And then they cut it right before they ate it. So I don't know. Could you do that? Do you dip your pizza in ranch? Do you accept pineapple on pizza? My ideal pizza is, let's see, these Mod Pizza, Blaze Pizza, Pyology, those ones, it's kind of like the Subway of pizza where you pick your stuff right there. I'm not saying those are the best, but my toppings are pepperoni, pineapple, bacon, bell peppers. If they have corn, I get corn, a little bit corn on there. Let's see, what else? That might be about it. There's probably a couple other things. But the bell peppers, the pepperoni, pineapple, the corn. And then I actually like to dip it, like just like a little bit or sprinkle on it some hot sauce, like Frank's Red Hot sauce. Like I would prefer that over ranch, but I like to have ranch too. A little bit of ranch, a little bit of hot sauce. A little bit of spicy, a little bit of smooth. Where do you stand with that whole pizza thing? Fight it out in the comments. Make your case. And we'll read them next time. What's unique about this series is we're watching this survivor survive, and I'm narrating it back after I've played it. That way I get more attention on your comments and interacting with you guys. But there is stretches of the game where we're not even really talking about the game, but we're just chilling together, and that's what's really cool. 10 Ring Gaming starts it off with cup of noodles. I add an egg, a freeze-dried ramen toppings from Amazon, chopsticks in the right hand, spoon in the left hand. Use the chopsticks to put all the goodies on the spoon, and with the broth, enjoy. If you want a gut-busting meal, I'll order Korean Army stew from the local hot pot restaurant. It's freeze-dried ramen, spam, sausage, cheese, etc. There are videos on YouTube showing all this stuff and everything that goes into it. It's been a while, I have put an egg on my ramen noodles. I've done that. My wife does that. But through the comments, it really looked like this is the closest thing to anyone else using a spoon. Here I have to decide which direction I'm going to go. I think we head towards Gorka. Also, I need your input. October 15th, we have the new map. I wanted this to be like a long series. Should I just keep this going here in in Trinaris. They might do a wipe, and that would kind of be the end of that. We'd start a new Dayz 1 life. If they do a wipe, I think I got to do Dayz 1 life on the new map. I'm getting that day 1. I'm going to get a private server, too. All of you are invited to join me on the private server. I think what we'll do on the private server is maybe the first month or maybe first few weeks, just let it be a PvE, let everyone learn everything that's new and make new friends. All of you guys can come on in and make new friends, build bases, etc. But after a period of time to be determined, maybe a month, maybe a couple weeks, I think what we're going to do is make the main island PvE, no base raids, no, everyone's friendly. But once you leave the main central island and you go to the outer islands, that's PvP zone, that's base raid zone, whatever, if someone tries to build a base out there. And we do an ongoing, never-ending game of capture the flag, where there's a flag and you got to get it and then protect it. And you have to leave it on the server. So you can put it on a flagpole. We haven't discussed all the rules, but you might be able to just have a base and put it in your base. But like I said, it's raid on. So kind of like an ongoing who's got the flag on the outer islands for fun. So if you want to engage in PvP, or maybe you want to loot up, build up, have a nice base, punch this guy in the face, that rhymed, and then hit the outer islands, you're free to do so. And I think that's a good mix, but we're still working on the ideas in the Discord with the whole crew. We're kind of talking through some ideas, but I have a private server on this map, and we never really got it off the ground. It was just kind of fun with friends, and we had some fun events and stuff on it. But that roofer just got turned into a zombie while they were up there and doesn't know how to get down now. Let me know what you think, but that's what I'm leaning towards. Main big island, just chilling, building, PvE, having fun. And the only other twist is on Halloween, and I think we need that backpack. We need that. Every Friday the 13th, which there's only a few of them, it is like anything goes. I mean, it is base raid, blow each other's bases up. Then that way there's a little bit of a reset every now and then. But on those Friday the 13th, you can be on the server protecting your base. You can squad up and protect each other's bases, things like that. So once every 5 or 6 months, it'll all go down on the main island. But other than that, chilling on the main island, building on the main island. We'll record our Bible by the Fire episodes there. And then the outer islands, PvP, and ongoing who has the flag, like who's king of the map, whoever has that flag, something like that. Scott says, I've never played Dayz, but watching this series has inspired me to try. Scott, I'd highly recommend joining our Discord. There are a lot of dudes on there, some of them retired, who love to teach people Dayz. It's a very hard game, but it is a beautiful and an amazing game. My favorite game for sure. I think I might have dropped you the link. Let me know if it works or not. I did in the comments. Last episode I dropped you that link, and it should be in the description, but sometimes the links expire. I don't quite understand it. Java says, I'm sorry, but spoons are the crocs of the cup of noodles eating world. As Mayor would say, Sauce uses a spoon for no reason. Because I said I use a spoon with my cup of soups, and I like to get a little bit of broth and use the side of the spoon and kind of cut the noodles, and I get, a little bit of everything. But nobody agreed with me in the comments. I thought everyone would agree with me. I told my wife everyone's going to agree with me. She was wrong for using chopsticks. She was wrong for using a fork. We really got into it, and turns out, like every other argument in our lives, she was right. Bob Cadaver, love you, man. You're an awesome dude. 2446, I didn't notice that you had bandages. That's why I suggested disinfecting the sewing kit. Smart guy. Let's see. Alfie says, honestly, I just stumbled here and I'm enjoying this as much as William Rust video. I'm liking Rust too. If it ever comes to console, I'll definitely give it a go. But thanks for the compliment. Really appreciate that. Mew the potato. That's a name. I like that. I use a fork to twirl up some of the noodles, tilt the cup at an angle where I can bring the noodles up with the fork along with sipping a bit of the broth. I get it. It just seems like a lot of work, like tipping the cup, the noodles, the fork's in the cup. It's a cup. You got a fork in it. I don't know. But like I said, everyone disagreed with me. Gator 89. It depends on what type of soup. If I use a spoon for most soups, yeah, but we're talking cup of noodles. If it's a soup that has noodles like ramen, I use chopsticks. Yep. Bob, if it's just noodles and broth, I say fork. Drink the broth. Got it. Yep. Jay from Texas. I don't care for those noodles, but my kids are team fork. Great comment. Java. Okay. Let's break this down. Do you eat spaghetti with a spoon? That's a good point, man. Do you use utensils to drink out of a cup? Probably not. So a cup of noodles should be eaten with at least a fork. Chopsticks are very acceptable if you have the skills, which I don't. When I go to sushi, okay, this is pretty intense here. Pretty intense. When I go to sushi, I try to use the chopsticks, but it is ugly. All right, we pick up this patrol jacket. Someone's been here. Someone might be here. Someone dumped all that right there. Hey, Bob, look. Got more bandages. I will take that. Man, yeah, we got some zombies out here. I don't know if it's worth it at this point. I mean, I got a hunting rifle. I really need epoxy putty. Fix that crossbow up so I can start using it. I would like a vest. Yeah, a vest to help me carry more stuff. For sure. Let's go. Don't alert him. Oh, crap. And I'm bleeding. That went poorly. What'd I do wrong? For no reason to bleed. Let's get some cover. I tried to climb on that thing. It might be just too heavy. Yeah. Took me way too long to figure that out. I always seem to be safe here. We'll bandage up. But yeah, Java, you're making great points. Then do you drink the rest out of the cup? If you ever visit the islands, please don't use a spoon on the ramen. That would be embarrassing. Thank you, Java, for that that guidance, that life guidance there. Ash's fork all the way. And I only eat the cup of noodles maybe once a month. Once a month is pretty often, I think. How often do you guys eat them? I only eat them really when I'm sick. Or if I'm like desperate, like we don't have much in the house. There's a cup of noodles, I guess. But when I'm sick, man, that hits the spot, I'll tell you what. Bob says, what about Felicity or Destiny as a name? Felicity means good fortune. Destiny means fate or luck. Yes, I looked up girls' names that mean lucky. Oh, that's cool. I like that idea because Lucky was such a great series. So you looked up girl names that mean lucky. I do have a line on a name. I know we're in episode 4. We haven't named her. Usually we name our survivor. Oh, look how close this dude is. Look at this. He's right there. This is the sneakiest I've ever been. Let's see if we can get this one right. For once in my life. Get that nasty. Yeah! Nasty. Nice. Oh, crap. Alright, well, good thing we got this bone knife. This guy's got a helmet. These hits, they do nothing. I think that's from a Simpsons episode that, what's the guy who's like the Arnold Schwarzenegger ripoff? Anyone know his name? If you know his name, put it in the comments. The Arnold Schwarzenegger actor who's total ripoff of Schwarzenegger. He goes, these something, they do nothing. I can't remember what it was that was doing nothing. But nice, now we got all this extra carry capacity. That's awesome. But back to Bob. Yeah, looking up names that mean lucky. Very clever. Here's what I'm thinking. Maybe we never figure out her name. We're having so much trouble with it. But maybe... So I was supposed to go visit Java in Blaine or Linden, Washington. And then Brooklyn was going with me because she was going to check out a couple schools while we were up there looking at different towns. There's a great school in Linden right by where Java lives. So we were going to go up. I was going to see Java. Shout out to Lee, his brother. I was going to see Lee and Java. We were going to hang out. It was going to be awesome. But then Brooklyn on the trip came down with COVID, which is just the body aches, the headache. We're on the road. We're not at home. So I just shut it down. Like for 2 days, I wasn't there that long. It was only like a 5-day trip. For 2 days, I'm not going to force the kid to go on long drives. We didn't test for COVID, but I knew it because I'd had it, a couple weeks back, and my wife had it. She was absolutely fine when we left. But then, I'm not going to, I learned, like, as a father, always do right by your kid. Like, I learned early, you don't discipline them because of your own embarrassment. You don't force them into things that aren't good for them because you need to achieve something. You discipline them when they need to learn a lesson. A lot of times you get that mixed up with like, well, they're embarrassing me, so I want them to act right. Well, it might be something else. Oh, here's a little ad right here in the middle of the video because I logged off and then a day later logged back on. That's the story of my life, 15, 20 minutes at a time of gaming. But I really desperately wanted to go up and see Lee and see Java and scout that town. We do some running here, so I put it in fast forward motion for you just for a moment. I think literally 60 seconds. But we didn't get to go. I said, no, Brooklyn. And she was willing to go. She's like, I could go to Linden, but she had that glassy-eyed look. She was achy. Her head hurt. I was like, nah, Brooklyn, we're going to just have you get asleep. I'll get you a good lunch in a little bit. I'm just going to kind of have a day of like prayer and reading and prayer. And I sat out on a rare sunny day up there in Everett and sat on the porch and would just check on her every half hour or so. And she just knocked out. And by the next day, she was so much better. Even that night that I was supposed to go up there. So long story short, I was supposed to go to Blaine to meet Lee and Java. I kind of like the name Blaine in tribute to not getting to go see them. And it's kind of a cool name. Can we agree on Blaine? Please, can we agree on the name? But that hit me as kind of like, a tribute to what should have been. Secondhand man. Well, that's deep. I'm not sure. I guess exactly what, but hey, I'll take it. Wayne, just take a photo of your thumb if he keeps complaining. Okay, someone was, okay. Java responded to that. That's too funny. I have to use that sometime. Good one. Good one, Wayne. Just use your thumb. He keeps complaining. All right, I have trouble with jokes, Java. Wayne, there's a joke there, and I think it's just been so long since I've watched the video, I might be missing it. But it has the cadence of a joke. Just use... Oh, a photo. Okay, because it's a thumbnail. Someone was complaining about my thumbnails. That's the joke. Now I remember. Someone was complaining about my thumbnails using AI, and I don't know. It just seems like a logical thing to do. Like use the Bing app. It's free, whatever. They're cool. They look cool. I do put a good amount of work. Some of them come easily. Some of them I have to keep like retweaking the text that I put in. But nonetheless, so I get it. A thumb for the thumbnail. I think that's the joke. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, Wayne. Stephen Price, I crave a couple noodles once in a while. I use a fork and drink the broth from the cup. And you're wrong. And you're wrong. It's meant to be eaten with chopsticks and sip the broth from the cup or bowl. Okay, so I'm wrong. He's called me out. And then Java, of course, in the comments goes, Sauce uses a spoon for no reason. No reason. You the man, Stephen. And I put everyone is against me on this one. And that for no reason. If you don't know that inside joke, I'll bring you inside the joke now. We were on my private server, Sauce server. And if you want to go on it, it's Sauce777 is the password. I think it's capital S, all one word, no spaces. Capital S Sauce 777, and the server's called Sauce. I think that's all lowercase. Right now it's pretty dead, but like I said, after the new map, we'll get it going. But we were having like a PvP event, just friends, like all spawning in Cherno. There were bears in Cherno, and it was King of the Crash Site. Whoever ends in the crash site when the time goes off, the 45 minutes is over, whoever's last man standing in the crash site building wins. And me and Stephen Price faced off in this building, not that one, a different building. We were both trying to get to the crash site. And I had a gun, and he had a farming hoe. And he came at me like 2 steps with it, and I raised the gun, and then he stopped. And then he like hit me with it, and then he like apologized, but he was acting super suspicious. And I was like, dude, we should team up. But he was acting like he was gonna attack me. And I was like, just, what are you doing, man? Don't come any closer. He kind of kept inching. He was like, what are you talking about? Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Something like that. And then he took like one more step towards me, and I shot him. And he goes, why'd you shoot me? For no reason. You just shot me for no reason. And later he admitted he was going to try to kill me with the farming hoe. So for no reason became our line, and it's funny every time. So feel free to throw that out in the comments when you see it fit a situation. Alfie Hughes, name her Lilith. That's a happy name. That is a happy name. I'm leaning towards Blaine, but I really appreciate it. Tony, by the time we get a name, she's going to be dead. Or there's going to be a server wipe with this new update. I don't know if there is or not. It's likely. And let me know. Do you want me to switch over to the other server with this same character model? Now, we'll lose everything, but we can keep the clock going if we want. I think that's fair if we want to take Blaine to the new server, or we just keep working on this server, and so what? Like, there's a new server out, but we're old school. Whatever. Let me know what you think. We still got a few weeks before that happens. Tony Gutierrez, cup O fork and sip the broth first. Okay. OG says 8K. I did hit 8,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, guys. It's a blessing. It really is a blessing. The channel is a blessing. It's fun. I've made so many good friends, and it's a blessing to my family. A little bit of extra income always helps. But it's just a win-win-win. I mean, we're building friendships, building community, having fun together. A lot of these friends I've made, we've had long, just good discussions on life, and it's just been a really positive thing. Hit that Discord. Hopefully the link is working. Like I said, I have trouble with it sometimes. But join us. Go deeper in the community if you want. Steven says, name her like most of my characters, Dead Meat, or Next LOL. Sorry, so deep. Name her Dead Meat. Funny. Dustin says, I say noodles in a cup. Why a spoon? Fork or sticks? As a tool monkey in a bowl, spoon. Cup-o noodle is on the move. A bowl can be sipped out of. That's true. It's on the move. A cup doesn't need a spoon unless stirring in some seasoning. Forks go on the left. Haha, yeah. Well, that's all the comments from last episode. Like I said, I was vastly outnumbered. Yeah, I'll try to get you a longer episode next time, but we'll see. I'm really enjoying this series. I'm enjoying this style, playing Dayz, and we're just taking our time. We really didn't have any huge, well, I shouldn't say we didn't have any huge breakthrough. Honestly, finding that backpack and the vest is pretty big time. Those are big helps right there. So, only a few minutes left in this episode. Hopefully we don't die with Blaine, if that is her real name. Maybe that's the tagline. We just call her something different every time, followed by if that is her real name. Yeah, she's a mysterious one. If you've watched Dayz Therapy, those old videos that I do from time to time, we name it. With something, we come up with a solid name like right away. Look at this. Clever maneuvering. Punch this one. Still didn't find any putties for that crossbow, but we will. I want to use it. It'd be so much easier to be taking these zombies down with the crossbow. And I'm at that point where, like, it's so tough to decide what to pick up. Like, different guns. Ooh. Mad Monk. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. I can't even really remember where to find putties. I feel like I find them in these buildings right here. Like, right in those. Electrical repair kit. I don't know, like, should I have taken that? I don't know. I guess I should have. I did. I can repair the scope with it. I think the scope is just fine, though. Yeah, how does Blaine sit? Or Lyndon? It has a purpose. Oh, look. For no reason. For no reason in the comments, everybody. Whenever we see a farming hoe. For no reason. He was so sus, man. He was so suspicious. I could tell he wanted to kill me. I gave him a chance, Steven. I gave you a chance. Yeah, there might be a playlist called, like, Private Server Series or something. It would be in that. We did a few events on that back before life kind of piled on and I didn't get as much time on my private server. I'm excited about October 15th. I hope I can get a private server that same day for the new map and let everybody on it and kind of build, learn, and grow in peace and try the new mechanics and all that stuff without having to worry about some psychopath slaughtering you. If you have any ideas, let me know. They have to be simple, though. Like, I don't want to... Rax does all the coding for the server. Some other guys have helped, obviously, like Doc Zero, my buddy Colin. But as of late, it's been... and Chris helps when we get in the jam. We call him up, and he helps us out. That's the end of this one, though. 2 hours survived. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with another episode real soon. And you know we're going to keep gaming straight through the apocalypse.